What is going on, Knicks fans? Welcome back to Knicks Media. The New York Knicks dominate, blow out the Detroit Pistons 128-98. Knicks fans, you let me know right now how you're feeling about tonight's game, because I know it's against the 1-5 Pistons, but it feels good to see Jalen Brunson go out there and dominate 36 points, to see Karl-Anthony Towns have an efficient near triple-double. I mean, it is an absolute joy to watch my Knicks basketball team blow out anybody, okay? I don't want to hear it's the Pistons, Richie, relax. No, I'm enjoying this Knicks team coming together because they need chemistry, right? This starting five needs to learn how to play together. This is a perfect game for them to learn how to play together. Dominating those Detroit Pistons. I mean, this is what, 5 or 6 games in a row? We had all 5 players in the starting 5 in double figures. The ball movement was ridiculous. The ball was moving like, okay, I just really want to say this, okay? I don't want to get ahead of myself. I really don't, but I'm going to, okay? I'm going to get ahead of myself. If the Knicks can play like this offensively in terms of ball movement, take away the Pistons and who they are facing them. I think we'll talk about the turnovers and the Knicks forcing turnovers and capitalizing 30 points on their turnovers, but my biggest takeaway was the ball movement and the chemistry and the players playing for each other, unselfish basketball, hitting their three-point shots. This is something that Knicks fans can actually look at and think this can translate against other opponents, right? The Knicks are now 3-2. Our 2 losses are against really good teams in the Eastern Conference that we're going to be contending against all throughout the season in the seeding race with the Boston Celtics and the Cleveland Cavaliers. But seeing this Knicks team play this well together, it was freaking awesome. It felt like whoever wanted the rock, you got it, right? You got backdoor, over-the-shoulder pass by Karl-Anthony Towns. I mean, it was beautiful, man. Shout out to Jalen Brunson, because he honestly, I don't want to say he's been struggling this season, but he hasn't been living up to the Jalen Brunson captain, star, MVP level player that we've grown accustomed to. So it's cool to see him go out there, get 36 points, 5 assists, 14 of 22, 6 of 8 from downtown. I mean, you can't guard Jalen Brunson. I mean, you see the highlights on your screen right now. Jalen Brunson, when he's on, bro, good luck. Good luck! And he's shown that he can do this against good teams, especially in the playoffs. So absolute joy to watch our guy Jalen Brunson do what he does. Karl-Anthony Towns in only 27 minutes had a near triple-double, an efficient 21, 11, and 7, 8 of 18 from the field. This is what happens when you get Cat involved. Bridges finishing with 15 points, Anunoby with 21 points, Hart with 13 points. I mean, the starting 5 is ridiculous. The Knicks had, what was it? Let me see the stats real quick. 31 assists. That is a chef's kiss. I mean, Knicks fans, that is absolutely what we need this Knicks team to do, because the last thing that we needed, which what we saw early on the season, was what? ISO ball, Brunson kind of forcing it, shooting 28 times, not getting his teammates involved. And Jalen Brunson's learning on the fly right now. And I think Knicks fans need to realize that they're going to have games like this, games where they maybe struggle a little bit early on in the season, to learn each other's tendencies. Jalen Brunson's not used to having Karl-Anthony Towns as his teammate. As much as we want to say that Bridges and Brunson have chemistry, they haven't been teammates in 6 years, okay? It's going to take some time, and we're seeing it in 5 games now, right? So, and OG Anunoby, he was barely a Knick. He played, 25-plus games, something like that last year for the Knicks, not including the playoffs. So this is going to take time, and now we're seeing Brunson get comfortable. Like, okay, Karl-Anthony Towns likes the ball in this spot. Because Brunson not only needs to worry about his teammates, but he needs to figure out, okay, when do I take my shots? And when do I get my teammates involved? There has to be a balance. And that's my biggest takeaway from this game, folks, is the balance of this team. Like, we don't need Brunson to get 36 points a night to win basketball games, because we have Cat who can get you 44 like he did against Miami. We have OG that can get a bucket whenever you need. Bridges. Josh Hart's looking great offensively. But when Jalen Brunson is playing at this caliber, at MVP level basketball, this Knicks team is going to be very difficult to beat, especially with Cat playing the level that he's playing at. We have 2 stars offensively, we have 2 stars defensively, and then we have the glue of Josh Hart to tie it all together. And it's not like Bridges and Anunoby are just these defensive guys that can't do anything on offense. No, they're two-way players. So it is a freaking thing of beauty that on paper, you look at the Knicks starting 5 going into the season, and you're thinking to yourself, is this the best starting 5 in the NBA? On paper, yeah. Well, they got to go on the court and prove it. And in 5 games, they are proving it. Everybody's in double figures. There's nobody struggling offensively. I mean, look at the three-point shooting. The Knicks shot, I believe, from downtown. Let me see. 47% from 3. And if you just take away the bench and you just look at the three-point shooting from the starting five, it's well above, I believe, 65% or something. Because McBride was 2 of 8 from downtown. Payne was 0 for 2. So the bench was 2 for 10 from beyond the arc. And the starting five, let me read it to you. Towns, 2 of 3. All right, no, excuse me, that's free throw. Towns was 3 of 6 from downtown. Brunson, 6 of 8 from three-point land. Anunoby, 3 for 5 from three-point land. Bridges, 3 for 6. Hart, 1 for 3. I mean, that is unbelievable what the Knicks have just did from a three-point shot. And then you look at the steals. Josh Hart, 2 steals. Bridges, 3 steals. Anunoby, 2. Brunson, 2. Cat, 2. Deuce McBride, 4 steals. I mean, oh my God. Now, the Pistons really are a bad team, and I don't want to sit here and just disrespect them, but it's cool to see the Knicks be able to take advantage of bad teams like this and not be, in a close thriller, and we're like, how are we in a game against the Pistons? Like, they should be running away with this team. It's refreshing because the Knicks dominated on all accounts. They out-rebounded them. They had 12 offensive rebounds, 31 assists. I mean, turning the ball over just 9 times. I mean, shooting the ball 51% from the field. Another thing that I noticed is the Knicks had 20 more field goal attempts as a team than the Pistons. That's because the second chance points and turning the ball over. They're not even allowing the Pistons to get shots off. Like, that's when you know. So if the Knicks can continue to get better like this, watch out because they are going to be dangerous. And I want to finish it off with this. I always remind people what Tom Thibodeau's message is and his tone and the culture that he has been establishing, that he's established officially with the Knicks. Playing together, playing as one. Whenever you ask Tibbs in a press conference about a player, he goes back to the team. And he's like, that player needs to be elevated by this player, and they need to make the right rim read, and they got to play in sync, not just offensively, but defensively. And that's what's already happening. Because I thought it's going to take like maybe 10, 15, 20 games before the Knicks really start playing together. Because let's be honest, like, they got to get chemistry. The Knicks had elite chemistry last year. They blew the team up a little bit. No more Hartenstein. No more Bojan Bogdanovic. No more RJ quickly. I know we traded them last, in the middle of the season, but my point is they got to develop chemistry as the season goes on, and it's cool to see that the chemistry feels like it's there already in the 5th game of the season, okay? And I expect it to continue, and the fact that Jalen Brunson had his game is probably making Knicks fans just a little more ease because I don't think anybody was ever worried about Jalen Brunson. Nobody is saying that. But to see him go out there and do MVP-level stuff with 36 points, 5 assists, and having Cat next to him with a near triple-double, we got to see those two guys just play off each other, and then Bridges and Anunoby. Oh, yeah, Bridges' shot is totally broken, right? I mean, everyone was telling me Bridges' shot's broken. Brooklyn Nets fans are like, yo, Richie, thanks for those draft picks. Yeah, I mean, give me a break that Bridges' shot is broken. I never bought into that nonsense personally. 3 of 6 from downtown. I'll take that any day of the week. And watch out because OG Anunoby is like low-key becoming a lot better than people are going to give him credit for beyond Knicks fans. Knicks fans know OG's impact, but 21 points, 6 dimes, 4 rebounds for OG on an efficient 8 for 15. The man is playing very good basketball, and that's why we gave him that big contract. So that is a beautiful thing to see. And the last takeaway I have is our leading assist player this game was our starting center, Karl-Anthony Towns. Let that sink in. Wow, this Knicks team is fun to watch. They're balanced, the spacing, they're playing together. Woo! I'm pumped up right now. Knicks fans, let me know how you feel in the chat right now in the comment section of your takeaways of the Knicks. Dominant effort. Enjoy the rest of your evening, folks. Salute to Knicks Nation. Hit the like button for your boy. Let's go, Knicks. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.